I think I'm all connected here. Happy day after Christmas. It's the what I call that boring week between Christmas and New Year. Oh no, the fact of it is a lot of people have like holiday parties between Christmas and New Year's. Hopefully, you all had the Christmas you wanted. My Christmas was quiet the way I like it and peaceful. And we had prime rib. Hi, Crystal. How you doing? Holly's upstairs. Hi, Stephanie. We are going to watch Stranger Things later today. And they announced yesterday or today that Wicked for Good is coming to streaming this Wednesday. Hi, Day Actor. Quiet is perfect. Let me show these on the screen. The whole family had the flu, and your mom is bedridden and she can't walk. Well, that doesn't sound like a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody gets better for the new year. Couple things I want to go over with you today. Well, actually, I screwed that up. This is one way. This is that screen. But I wanted to tell you what Scott's been up to. Scott is doing a podcast with a friend of his whose name I looked up twice and I forget it now. Hang on, let me go. Rager? All right. His name, that's Scott and a friend of his that he knew from the Marine Corps, knows from the Marine Corps. And his name is Gregory. Scott uses the pseudonym of Clyde for some reason, but it's a really good like podcast they do on TikTok, and you can look it up as Bump in the Mic. And so I suggest you take a look at it, and they do a really good job. So I'll get back to that before I leave for the day. Crystal's whole family was sick. Yeah, when somebody in your family passes away, I mean, sometimes it's expected, sometimes it's unexpected. But usually, at least for me, the experience has been the first year as you pass each event, like Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, whatever holiday they were there with and would celebrate. Um, Specifically, like Christmas, it's the worst. But then the following year, things get a little better. And Dorothy is, this is actually the second Christmas she's been gone. And like my brother in law died unexpectedly in January, I want to say, of last year. And so my sister and my niece have to go through that first year of not having him around at Christmas and all that. But, hopefully you just remember all the good times you had and you get past it. Holly made me a zombie cow doll. Look, there's Glinda and Elphaba and whoever that is. So that's what I got for Christmas. So, like I said, tonight we'll probably watch Stranger Things. It's 3 episodes, I think, and the final episode is New Year's Eve. So we'll probably binge watch the three tonight. And with the new year comes work on Bad Ben found footage. Holloway, you already apologized last time. You don't have to apologize. Don't worry about it. We did not get snow out here yet, but we're supposed to get snow beginning at around 5 p.m. Now, the thing about it here is that we're the southern third, or actually quarter of New Jersey. So we're right at the line that's supposed to get from a dusting to like 4 inches, 5 inches. So if it would move up or down a little bit, we could get less or more. But North Jersey's expecting 8 inches, which is a lot for the East Coast. Hi, Lisa Ann Alugali. Hi, Jeffrey. We can bring the Crescent Moon clown shirt back. So, anybody that wants to contribute to the next film to help us get rolling, the link is at the bottom of the page. I actually, when I was a kid growing up, we always used to have the church I went to when I was really young was right up the street from our house. We could walk there. And we would they would have candlelight service at 11:30 on Christmas Eve, which was cool because when you walked out it was Christmas. And then that church moved some distance from us, well, about 20 minutes away, and we continued to go. But then we moved out where we're now about 5 minutes from there. And when my mother got older and, you know, was more homebound, we didn't go for the longest while. And I really need to get back to going, but maybe. Um, but not last night, 2 nights ago, I looked at places that have candlelight services, and Most Catholic churches have a midnight mass, but now the Protestant churches, they have a candlelight service on Christmas Eve, but they could be like, some I saw were 2 in the afternoon, but a lot were 5 or 7 p.m. And I mean, I guess that's nice because you can go to them and then come home and relax or finish up preparing for Christmas. But I always used to like that 11:30 at night um, candlelight service. But I used to be a nervous wreck that I was going to burn the church down, because you hold those lit candles and they got the little paper thing around the bottom and that catches the wax. Hiya, Vinia Kennedy. I don't recognize your name as ever being in here before, so welcome. But if you have been here before, welcome back. I'm glad you had a great Christmas, and I hope your foot heals, Cherie. One of the things that I was glad to see, we used to have a Target down in the shopping plaza near here, and you might remember in a Kmart. I mean, did I say Target? Because it's Target now. We had a Kmart down there, and it was actually mentioned in Haunted Highway. And when I picked Mitch up, we drove past it. He was real, like, arrogant. Anyway, now Target is taken over, and Target is just a really classy like store, and and I hope it stays in business here, because it's just nice to have a nice store nearby. And Christmas Eve, we drove by and the parking lot was full, which was nice to see. Well, it's nice to have you back, Avinia. I just got a text message just prior to coming live that I have a prescription that I have to pick up, and it's the last day. So, because we're going to get snow, that Kmart did have a Little Caesar. And in fact, it was quite popular. I don't know if you remember me telling you the story about our neighbor Neil, who died 2 years ago this February. This next February will be 2 years. And he was the guy that always used to ride the bike up and down the street. And the last conversation I had with him, he was on his way to Little Caesars. So that was like 5 years ago or so. Kmart opened during the pandemic. So for those of you that have joined later than when we started, I wanted to let you know this is what Scott's been up to. Um, what the hell did I say his friend's name was? Jeffrey? I keep fucking it up. Anyway, Scott and his friend from the Marine Corps do a podcast on TikTok called Bump in the Mic. If you go to TikTok, you can search Bump in the Mic. And it's really interesting. They tell paranormal stories, ghost stories. Scott in the broadcast goes by the name of Clyde for some reason. But anyway, that's what he's up to with his friend. And I think his friend was actually best man in his wedding. I think. But anyway, I would suggest you, if you go to TikTok, you look up Bump in the Mic and watch some episodes, and you might get hooked. So check them out. I do. Oh, good. Ms. Fernandez has been watching Bump in the Mic. Their Christmas one was kind of a spoof on Die Hard, if you didn't get that. So I think we're doing Kentucky Fried Chicken for dinner because we've been driving by it and their sign's been up advertising a $25 deal with some bullshit. And that's what we want to do. Yeah, Scott's, they tell really good stories. And I watch every promo they send out. I don't know how many of the episodes I've seen, but they work hard. They do a lot of them. We are going to have ham for New Year's. Um, but we had prime rib last night, which Holly, I don't know where she got the recipe to season it, but it was outstanding. And so we had that, and we could have leftovers tonight, but we're going to have them tomorrow night probably because we're getting KFC tonight. We were on a Popeyes kick for a while, and then we went back to KFC, and we'll give Popeyes a kick again. For some reason, Popeye's sign out front, they're across the street from each other. Popeye's sign out front has said, try our new ownless wings. Like oneless. It's missing the B in the front. And I don't know if it's supposed to be boneless or ownless or oneless, but it just cracks me up that the sign's been, if it's supposed to be boneless, the B's been missing for months. We got a Christmas card from the D Gregorios and from the Fitches, which was very nice. And we got, I don't know if I showed you. If I didn't, I'll show you next time I'm on. Uh, Veronica Miller, one of our friends. In fact, I don't know. It's down. Where the hell am I facing? It's it's over here, right past that, but you can't see it. Um, it's the picture of her dog that was in one of the Bad Ben films. But Veronica, Veronica sent Holly and I. We didn't know who sent it, and we asked, and she told us it was her. It's Pop Funko of me and Holly, and the dogs and the cat are all in it. It's awesome. We used to, growing up, we always had turkey on Thanksgiving, turkey on Christmas, ham on New Year's Day. But our next door neighbor was away before Thanksgiving about 3 years ago. And our local ShopRite supermarket was having prime rib on sale. So they called me and asked, could I go pick them one up because it's on sale? So I did, and I said to Holly at the time, I said, prime rib sounds like a good idea. So for the first time in like 47 years, I got I had prime rib on Christmas instead of turkey, and loved it. Prime rib and some horseradish sauce. So we had that last night, and corn and biscuits and a gigantic baked potato. They're used to, I don't know if this place is in business anymore. Church's Chicken, that used to, Popeyes, KFC was here first, but at the time it was a place called Geno's Hamburgers. Geno's Burgers. Geno was a football player that opened burger joints, but in it they sold KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then Geno's went out of business, but KFC opened as its own store. And Popeyes opened. And then Popeyes closed for like 10 years. And then another Popeyes opened. So it's Popeyes and KFC right across the street from each other. And while all this was going on, there's a Burger King there in the same mix that has been there nonstop my entire life. As far as fast food goes, I like Burger King. I like Arby's too, but Arby's, the nearest one's like 30 miles away. Um, and McDonald's is everywhere. And we've had some Chipotle open in the past couple years, and a couple Taco Bells. And Taco Bell is okay. We had a Chick-fil-A open. And now another Chick-fil-A is opening. We actually are in the town of Egg Harbor Township, but we border this town called Summers Point. And they're opening a Panera Bread and a Chick-fil-A there. And even though there's a Chick-fil-A in Egg Harbor Township, it's out towards the middle of the town. So it's actually, that's like 6 miles away, where this new one that's opening is like 2 miles away. But Stephanie, in reference to your comment about too much ham, we'll have ham for New Year's, deviled eggs. Thank you, Maxell. And potato salad, maybe. Got to find out when the Amish market's open, because that's where I got deviled eggs last week. Cousin Doherty sent us hunting for deviled eggs like 2 years ago for Easter. She wanted, and I couldn't find them anywhere, but we have since found them at the Amish market. But I've noticed, like, when it comes to tuna salad and egg salad and potato salad and macaroni salad, I've, I've really taken a liking to the Whole Foods stuff. There's also a bagel place nearby that makes outstanding tuna salad and egg salad. I know somebody told me, they asked what Holly and I were doing for Christmas. I told them prime rib, and they were having manicotti. I had planned this week to get up to Bagliani's Italian Market, but then it will probably get there this week. But we've been skipping the weekends and going on like Tuesday. They have a sale Tuesday through Thursday, like certain percentage off you save. So we've been going then instead of going Sunday. Holly likes to get the rolls there, plus their meatballs. Oh my God, their meatballs are so good. And they got a deli in the back, and but we didn't get up there before Christmas. We did, but 2 weeks ago, not last week or this week. We would have gone on Tuesday, but we actually had a busy week this week. Everybody did, I guess, but Monday I can't remember now what we did. We did get up to the Amish market because I wanted pretzels, but I bought like some candies, some fudge, some sliced meats. I'm going to have to contact Holly in a minute and see if she wants to go with me to the pharmacy. That's our excitement. I should have gone there this morning. So we are watching Stranger Things tonight. I actually have the wood stove set up to warm it up down here after dinner. Now, Chef, you didn't mess anything up. What happened? Like, for instance, Cy Moneyman or Simone, you may says 4077 and yours says Maxell 619. About within the past month, YouTube did something where all the like Cherie Nichols says Cherie Nichols 4561, Jeffrey LaMonica 7448. They all reverted back to like the original name you signed up with or something. So you have to go and physically change it to the name you want it to be. There's so many of you that come in here through YouTube that I'm not recognizing you by your name um, because your names are different. It didn't affect Facebook, but all the YouTube names are changed to like Simone writes, I watched Weapons the other night, and I don't know if Simone is somebody I know or if that's the name YouTube changed them to. But I liked Weapons. It was that was done by Zach Kreger, who did Barbarian, who was interviewed and said one of his influences was Bad Ben, which was very flattering. So, anyway, folks, I'm going to hop off here now, and I'll see you again